Feeling stressed about the upcoming election? You're not alone. An American Psychological Association poll taken earlier this year found that 65% of U.S. adults felt exhausted by politics, while 55% felt angry.
You hear so much on both sides nonstop, like it's the end of democracy.
Two different characters, outlook on life. It's just a crazy world.
He is only focused on himself.
She's a low IQ individual.
This is therapist Laura Goldstein.
It's stress, it's anxiety, it's fear. It can sometimes be anger or outrage.
She says the election has increasingly come up during client sessions.
I think one of the other big things that we're seeing a lot of is people struggling to connect because it doesn't always feel safe to talk about. You don't know what environments are a safe environment to have political conversations or to discharge some of the stress.
Carrie Jarvie is a mental health counselor.
Yeah, if someone's experiencing stress leading up to this election cycle, it starts with reflecting on what is my level of media consumption? Has it reached the point where it's not helpful anymore?
He says people suffering from election anxiety should seek activities that decrease interaction from the media.
What are the things that make you feel like yourself?
Like surfing or going on a trail.
Election-wise, yeah, no one talks election.
This is a good release to be out in nature.
With less than 2 weeks to go until the November 5th election, nearly 25 million U.S. voters have already cast ballots, either through in-person early voting or mail-in ballots. That's according to tracking data from the election lab at the University of Florida. Several states, including the battlegrounds of North Carolina and Georgia, set records on their respective first day of early voting last week. The strong early turnout comes as Vice President Harris and former President Trump remain neck and neck in the 7 battleground states that will decide who wins the presidency. Both candidates have been on a campaign blitz across swing states in recent days, with Harris in Pennsylvania and Trump in Georgia on Wednesday. After a stop in the small city of Zebulon, Trump was in Duluth for a rally with former Fox News star Tucker Carlson and former independent presidential candidate Robert F. Kennedy Jr. In remarks there, Trump joked about recording his conversations.
I want to tape every conversation. The problem is then I start thinking about Richard Nixon did that, and I say, let's do without the tape. We'll do without the tape.
Meanwhile, Harris on Wednesday seized on recently published comments by Trump's former White House Chief of Staff, John Kelly. The New York Times on Tuesday quoted Kelly as saying Trump met the, quote, general definition of fascist, and once told him that German Nazi dictator Adolf Hitler, quote, did some good things, an account Trump's campaign denies. Harris said the comments showed that Trump was too dangerous to once again serve as president.
He said he wanted generals like Adolf Hitler had. Donald Trump said that because he does not want a military that is loyal to the United States Constitution. He wants a military that is loyal to him.
Harris went on to participate in a CNN town hall in Chester Township, Pennsylvania. The latest Reuters Ipsos poll has Harris up a marginal 46 to 43% nationally over the former president. With just 12 days until the November 5th contest, both candidates are ramping up efforts to pull the few remaining undecided voters to their side and help turn the tide in a closely divided race where even a small percentage of votes could be critical